Hey everyone, welcome back. This is going to be a new series that I'm going to be doing on, I'd say, about every Friday. I'm going to put together just a quick video for you guys if you do fantasy football. I'm going to put together, basically, I'm going to predict what how the games are going to turn out, who's going to get the clean sheets for the tendies, and basically who you should start up front in the midfield. So we'll start by looking at the matches here. So I think the first game is Chelsea and Newcastle. I pretty well think Chelsea's going to run all over Newcastle. Unless Chelsea leave it late, I think Newcastle will get stomped on. With this, I'd probably say if you got Courtois, start him. Start Courtois. I think I could see an easy clean sheet here. And if you got any Chelsea players, put them in your lineup. Morata could bag a hat trick if anything. I'd start them. I think Chelsea's an easy pick here for any of your players. Moving on with Brighton and Liverpool. I would say that if Liverpool score early, this could be, I could see them running riot here. I would say if Liverpool leave it late, Brighton could do something, but if anything, I'd say Liverpool take this 3-1 or something, because I know I can't see Liverpool keeping a clean sheet on the road. It's pretty rare right now for us. Moving on, we got Everton, Huddersfield. I think you run this Everton train. I hate to say that being a Liverpool supporter, but seeing them walk over West Ham now with Sam Allardyce in charge, I could see them taking this about I'd say about 2-1. Moving on, I can see after Leicester took down Spurs, which was lovely to see from everyone that's not a Spurs fan. Leicester takes this, I'd say 3-0. Stoke and Swansea could be dry, could be hot. I'm going to say 1-1. Spurs away at Watford, I'm going to say Spurs are going to keep struggling. I'm going to say Watford 2-1. With West Brom and Crystal Palace, could be a deadlock. West Brom's going to play defense. Crystal Palace is struggling. I'm going to say 0-0. I'm going to think no goals are in that. I'd stay away from that game if anyone's got fantasy players within it. But basically, I wouldn't touch this game with the 10-foot pole. Arsenal United, I can see United on the road, parking the bus as usual. With this, I'm going to say Arsenal grab a 1-0 win. Moving on to the Sunday games, there's not too many, there's only two. I'm going to say Southampton win this 1-0. And lastly, City's going to win that game like 5-0. I think West Ham's got no chance. If they lose 4-0 to Everton, 5-4-0 to Everton, they're going to get spanked by City. All right, so moving on to the players I would predict with those matches. I'm gonna say, being a Liverpool supporter, I'm gonna say ride that bus, captaining Salah. Salah is on fire at 108 total fantasy points. I'd captain him. They're playing Brighton away. Salah's on fire. He's gonna hopefully bag one or two. I think he's gonna be an easy lock for even just to put in your team. And if not, I'd say captain. Pretty much anything with the City players. You got any City players, put them in your lineup. I'd probably put a assistant captain on one of the. I'd probably maybe Jesus or Aguero, depending on who you got. But any City player, any midfielder, any defender, any goalie, any striker you got from City, I think it's easy pick. Another little sleeper, I'd say, even though he's been performing, if no one's got him, I'd pick up Gross from Brighton. Being a Liverpool supporter, I could see this guy walking into the box and picking up a nice easy tap in just with our defense. I'd start Gross if you got him. Basically for midfielders, I'd say anything from I'd probably stay away from the Watford Spurs, Arsenal United. If you got any and you support one of those clubs, I mean, if you think you're gonna win, I'd start them. But if not, I'd stay away. The big picks for me, I'd say this week are being a Liverpool supporter, I'm gonna ride the bus saying Liverpool. Basically Salah, Mane, Coutinho. Coutinho's gonna probably start this weekend, and City players, like I said before, I think City's gonna run rampant. In goal, I'm gonna say Fabianski. I've been riding him for a bit. Haven't been playing him too much, but I'd probably consider Fabianski. He's third in fantasy points, and they're going away to play. Who are they playing? They're going away to play Stoke. Stoke just got smashed at home by us, Liverpool. I think Fabianski's a clear pick this week, unless you got Courtois. Spending the big bucks on him, I wouldn't touch De Gea this week or Czech because they're playing each other. and I could see this being 1-0, 1-1. They're not going to get a clean sheet, in my opinion. If anything, I'd go with Czech. But I'd go with Fabianski this week. That's for goalies. For midfielders, I kind of talked about it. Anything from City or Liverpool, basically, or Gross are my picks there. If you want to take a chance, maybe a Watford or Spur player. There, I think that game's gonna be really, really, really stingy. I can't see you getting guaranteed points from either side. And then quickly moving to forwards, go with your big stars: Aguero, Jesus. Firmino, I don't start him. I don't think he's gonna perform. He's just the engine at Liverpool. You can't guarantee much out of him other than maybe a goal or an assist, but I just don't think he's worth paying the money for him to put him in your striker. I myself am going to ride the train with Rooney, picking up a hat-trick at home against West Ham. I can see them walking over Huddersfield this week. They bring in Sam Allardyce, they're bringing in their coaching staff, riding up that big win at home. They're home again against Huddersfield. I think you start Rooney this week. And then my other little sleeper that I have on my sleeve, even though I'm still stingy on the game being 0-0, I'd start Abraham. He's out on loan from Chelsea at Swansea. I think he could be your ticket item. He's only 5.8 pounds. I think he's nothing too serious. And put him as your third striker. If you want to play three strikers, I think he's the big ticket item. Also, I'd suggest Jamie Vardy. I think he's like 5th in fantasy points, and they're playing Burnley. So I think looking at that, I'd predict a pretty solid game out of him. Even Mahrez are the two big picks, I'd say, from Leicester. Moving down, I'd say, like, for cheaper strikers, you got Gray from Watford. Nothing special. I think that could be 1-1, but if Watford are to score, I think it's going to be from their midfield. I don't think it's going to be a striker this week. If you disagree, leave it down below. Also, I'd suggest, I hate to hear it from any Leeds fans, but I think Chris Wood, going on the road against Burnley, if you're going to play three strikers for that price, 6.4, I'd put him as your third striker. But if anything, I think you go with Abraham. And then, of course, if you have Harry Kane, play him. He's like, it's a no-brainer, man. He's first in fantasy points and strikers. They're playing a road against Watford. I don't like the game, but if you're a Spurs fan, if you have him on your team, you got to start him. No questions asked. So that's going to end it just for this quick little video, basically, who I think the results would be from all the matches, and also who I think you should start, and who are the sleepers, who are the easy starters, or if there's any clean sheets. If you guys like this video, leave a comment down below or like the video. I think I'm going to start this every Thursday or Friday, roughly, depending on my time. But I think it's a good little video to put out for you guys on a weekly basis if you play fantasy, and take my opinion if you do, just any little tips and tricks I got. If you have any questions or any comments and you don't agree with anything I say, leave it down in the comments. I'll answer anything you got, and obviously don't forget to hit that subscriber button. I appreciate all it is to help the channel grow, and hit that little bell, ding dong. Get notifications when my videos go live. That's everything for fantasy. I'll see you guys next week. Cheers.